Hey guys, what's up? StereoDragonGravity here at Locals with another deck profile from the Comeback King. And it is...
Hey, this is Comeback King Chance Lewin. I got my Crazy Great Diamond deck. Yes, I said Crazy Great Diamond deck. If any of you recall, in Japan back in 2013, there was a deck known as Crazy Diamond, designed by a young Japanese boy who utilized it with 15 grade 3s and went on to win a junior national tournament with that deck, blowing many people away. This is a variation that I've utilized to great effect, winning multiple tournaments here at our Locals. And the design is basically the same, except I utilize it a little bit differently to capitalize on not just the ability of the brilliant Break Ride, Super Dimensional Robo Daikaiser, but also on the ability of his Cross Ride, Ultimate Dimensional Robo, Great Daikaiser. So here's how the build. Here's the rundown of the build. We start out with the starter Enigman Flow. A lot of you guys are going to be utilizing Dimensional Robo, Goyusha, and trying to stick with Dimensional Robos. You really shouldn't be doing that. By utilizing Goyusha, you aren't getting that extra consistency. You're just probably running about, I'd say, I'm gonna assume any of you that run Great Daikaiser are probably running about 10 grade 3s. That's a little bit better than standard numbers, but not quite enough to make Daikaiser a big threat. So, what you do here is you run Enigman Flow, just like in the standard Crazy Diamond build. But but you're saying, oh, well, that takes away our Dimensional Robo numbers. That's fine. You can make that up. And the reason why you run Enigman Flow is because with cards like Enigman Ripple here, which I run 4 of, Enigman Ripple gives me, when you write an Enigman Ripple on Enigman Flow's ability activates where you can search your deck for a copy of the grade 2 Enigman Wave. Enigman Wave, then Enigman Ripple gets plus 2k while Enigman Flow is in the soul, and he gets the plus 1k when Enigman Ripple's in the soul. Great ability. It's extra consistent and allows you to minimize some of the numbers that you have in the deck. So it really helps out. But with my grade 0 lineup, the one weakness that he has is he's not a forerunner. He can't go back. So you're really wanting him as kind of that extra consistency generator. With this deck, I like to, at the grade 0 lineup, I like to run 4 Daicranes and 2 Army Penguins. Why do so I like to run those 6 draw triggers because, as I mentioned before, this deck runs 15 grade 3s, a phenomenal number of grade 3s. So and because of the ability of Great Daikaiser, I want to make sure I maximize my Dimensional Robos. That means 4 Daicranes, since that's Dimensional Robo, and 2 Army Penguins, since there's not a second Dimensional Robo draw trigger. Minimizing the number of draw triggers, but still, minimizing the number of non-dimensional robos, but it's still a good draw trigger, adds that extra consistency to get what I need into my hand. And similarly, the criticals work with 4 die battles for my crit triggers, because I want to give them a little bit of extra oomph. And I go 2 Justice Cobalts. Same reasoning, extra Dimensional Robos when I can put them in, and Go Rescue, Dimensional Robo, Go Rescue for my heal triggers. 4 heal triggers for that. So that's my grade 0 lineup. And again, going back into the grade 1 lineup, I have 4 Enigman Ripples, and 4, I explain why I have the 4 Enigman Ripples for that extra consistency from the Gen 2 ride chain. And I also run 4 Dimensional Robo Daishields. Daishield, standard, he's the standard perfect guard for Dimensional Robos. I like to run 4 because you're going to be running a lot of grade 3s. You want to get something, you want them to have something to get rid of them because you can't really use them for anything for guarding purposes. They're more for the offense. So this guy is able to give you that defense that you need. Great card, and it also, since it's Dimensional Robo, adds that Dimensional Robo number for you. And then the key to the kill, another key, one of the keys to the kill, Commander Laurel. I run 4 of him. So he's another non-dimensional robo, but that's fine. His ability, when your Vanguard hits anything on the field, you get to, you can rest 4 dimensional police dimension police units, and you get to stand your Vanguard once more. That means that if you have skills from the Daikaiser Break Ride to kill guarding units, and that extra critical from the Daikaiser, okay, that's fine. Commander Laurel, your Vanguard just hit, doing 2 or more damage. Commander Laurel just stood your Vanguard again, and you're going at him again. He can generate the death blow that your opponent will not be able to get from. I've been able to bring people from 0 damage to 6 damage easy on multiple occasions because of Commander Laurel. Just one turn.
Stop to get through those people who see all these abilities and decide, I'm gonna guard early so I can just take this thing.
Yeah. So, Commander Laurel, he's a beast. So yeah, with Commander Laurel, I mean, great card. He went from about $4 to about $17 to $20 recently. He is great, phenomenal card. Check him out for the G series. In fact, in Japan, they just recently restricted him to 1 copy per deck, and only 1 copy because of how potent he is when you combine him with the G units for Stride. Great card.
Stand astride.
Yeah, exactly. Standing astride. Get all those drive checks. Then going into the grade 2 lineup, I only run 6 grade 2s, so it really matters in regards to what you ride early game. Because the 6 grade 2s are 2 Enigman Waves, because I only need the 2 if early game if I rode Enigman Ripple. Okay, great. It's really impossible. It's basically impossible for them to get that, so I can't get it. And then 4 Daidragons. I used to run 4 Mikas like the original Crazy Diamond, but I utilized too much Counterblast, and this maximizes my Dimensional Robos even more. So in regards to this deck, because its biggest weakness is getting to grade 2 and making so that way you can, because you can get to grade 2, grade 3 easy. You're running 15 of them. You're gonna get to grade 3, except for in those rare freak circumstances. So if you start out your hand without an Enigman Ripple in it, that can hurt you. You may be in games. I'm throwing back 4 or 5 cards for my mulligan all the time, unless and I can just so I can make sure I can get him. If I can't, that's fine. I just want to. He's just there to make sure I can guarantee to grade 2. As long as you have a grade 1 and a grade 2 in your starting hand, you're golden. But if you don't have a grade 2 or you cannot guarantee getting up to grade 2, which this guarantees getting up to grade 2, but any other grade 1 and no grade 2 doesn't, unfortunately, you may have to actually keep yourself grade stuck, because the likelihood of you getting a grade 2 by your draw is actually very slim. So that's one of the biggest weaknesses. I don't hit that problem often, but it has happened to me. And then the bread and butter deck is the grade 3s, those 15 grade 3s I mentioned. Going into that, we have to, we start with the standard Super Dimensional Robo, Daikaiser. His ability, you ride him when you have 4 damage or more, so break ride ability, and you counterblast 1. He gets plus 10k, your Vanguard gets plus 10k and an extra crit, and the ability of whenever you drive check at grade 3, you can kill an opponent's guarding unit and cancel out any cannot hit effects. So for every grade 3, that's a guarding unit killed. That is insanely potent because you can just punch through guards. So even if you're swinging for only 27k, which isn't as impressive as it once was, that's fine because the quality of the attack is so much higher. They have to guard with, to guarantee that an attack's not going to hit, they either are dropping a bunch of 5ks to just diminish the hand, they're dropping, or they're dropping multiple perfect guards just to make sure that you don't hit, and you can still hit. That's the insane part. I've double drive checked, triple drive checked grade 3s, gotten so many kills with this guy. Beautiful card, and he is the one that, and he's the winning strategy of this deck. But what if you don't get to Daikaiser? Well, that's fine. I'd maximize the ability for me to get to Daikaiser with Super Dimensional Robo, Daiyard. Daiyard's ability is when you're at 4 damage, you can choose one of your rear guards that has Dimensional Robo in its name, put it into Soul, and you can search for any grade 3 Dimensional Robo and ride it on top of Daiyard and give it plus 4,000 power. Also, Daiyard gets an extra crit if he's at 15k or more power before he attacks. So what you do with him is, If you don't have Daikaiser, that's fine. You have 4 other chances to get, to basically get Daikaiser on the field with Daiyard, because he can search for a Daikaiser. Ride a Daiyard, okay, that's fine. I just popped a Dimensional Robo into the soul, and I just searched my deck for a Daikaiser. Now I got Daikaiser on the field. Awesome. But then you say, oh well, Break Ride, that's a little slow, especially in this Legion meta. That's fine, because Daikaiser allows you to, Daikaiser has a bunch of support that allows you to speed that up. Like, Super Dimensional Robo, Shadow Kaiser. Shadow Kaiser's ability is Counterblast 1, put him into Soul. If you have a Dimensional Robo, a Super Dimensional Robo Daikaiser as your Vanguard, you can pay the cost, and you can search your deck and Superior Ride Ultimate Dimensional Robo, Great Daikaiser. This allows you to actually ride and then Superior Ride, and then Break Ride in that same turn. So I run the 4 Shadow Kaisers, mainly because, partly because I only have 3 Great Daikaisers, but also because it just adds that little bit of extra consistency, and I really don't need to worry about numbers so much. And then I have my 3 Great Daikaisers here. He's a cross ride for Daikaiser, and his skill is when he attacks, you can counterblast 2 Dimensional Robos, which is why we maximize our Dimensional Robo numbers, and he gets an extra drive check for that turn. So that means his twin drive for that battle turns into a triple drive. Now it only goes until the end of the battle, and it's a once per turn kind of effect, but you Break Ride him on top of Daikaiser, you've just maximized that kill effect for drive checking grade 3s, because oh my goodness, they're guarding to stop you for 2 to pass on grade 3s and triggers. Well, guess what? You have another chance to get that, that grade 3 that you have. And with 15 grade 3s, it's not something that's saying, oh well, he may get a grade 3. It's almost certain. And that makes triggers and grade 3s that much more dangerous. You hit, you Commander Laurel, you stand again, you kill him. They are, usually they're dropping what hand they can on that first attack and hoping to God that you don't hit them, because if you hit them, you're coming back at them harder and better than ever. So Great Daikaiser is the finishing blow if you, once comboed with Daikaiser and Commander Laurel, and you're utilizing your deck to maximize its efficiency and make sure that that combo occurs. It's very difficult to not get that combo pulled off.
An amazing deck. Thank you, Comeback King, for showing us this deck, and maybe we'll have a reappearance of it in the future.
Of course.
Till next flick, thanks for watching.